Okay, so the differences between this, the M340, and my 330, the biggest part is performance, I would say. Um, this car has 382 horsepower from an inline 6 motor, twin power turbo, and the 330 had a 255 horsepower motor, inline 4, twin turbo as well, but in a different tune. This has 370 pound-feet, and the 330 had 300 pound-feet. So more pound-feet, but this has M performance brakes, M performance transmission, M performance differential. The engine is M performance because a normal inline 6 from BMW makes 335 horsepower. Or maybe they're just lying to us, as they usually do, kind of, on their power outputs. So like I said, this color is Oxide Grey, and it has a Shadowline Packge. The grille's black, but my silver one didn't have a Shadowline Packge. It was just glacier silver with a chrome around the grill. The grill itself was black. The outlets here at the bottom was smaller. There were these little slits instead of this big mouth. The wheels are bigger on this vehicle, that's for sure. The calipers are blue. I ordered it with red calipers, but they must have run out of red calipers because the car showed up with blue calipers, and they wrote blue calipers on a Min Rooney. It was like a I insist kind of thing. That's of course after the car was sitting at the processing center for 2 months after it was built, waiting for a stop sale item to be replaced on it, which was a module for the radio. Yeah. So I special ordered this car, and as soon as I ordered it, this color disappeared on me. And yeah, I haven't seen another one in Oxide Grey. They're silvers. There isn't another burnt tan silver yet, but this is the closest so far. And sometimes it looks purple in the certain lights. It looks purple. The headlights are also shadow lines, so the headlights also they're blacked out to make them look more aggressive, especially on the side. The mascara looks really good on this. Mascara, they nailed it with that thing. Anywho, so performance is the biggest thing. This car is more firm in a good way. It's like sitting on a wooden bench like a Subaru WRX. No offense, Subaru, or a Tesla Model Y, which is not so good with potholes, emergency potholes I call them, where you can't evade them. It's too late. But this car has no competition, so I shouldn't really compare it to anything else, including other BMWs. It drives like one of a kind. It doesn't drive like an M3, and it doesn't drive like a 330, and it doesn't drive like a 5 Series, like a 540, a 530, or even an M550, which is one of my favorites, or an M5. Yeah, any of those. It drives unique to itself. It's very special for that. Another thing too is this car is limited to 131, and I'm not sure why, because my 330 is limited to a $131 as well. So we're gonna have to do something about that. We're going to change that to we'll see what Carbon possibly has to say, because I'd like to upgrade the performance maybe after a year or so of ownership. The windows just got tinted yesterday. I went 20% on the windows. 25%, sorry. I went 25% on the windows. Ceramic, as should be. Makes it last longer. And the interior is Tacora Red. Another thing about how it drives, the steering wheel feels more darty, unlike the 330. When I first had the 330, it took me a while to get used to the vehicle. I was speeding like crazy. And on this car, since I've been driving BMWs now, I'm more relaxed, but I really don't need to put this car in sport mode because it has so much power. I'm in comfort mode a lot longer in this car than the 330. The 330 is comfortable in sport mode, but it's kind of boggy down low, I would say, because it's a 4-cylinder and it's got a little bit of turbo lag. But this has that initial off the jump squat, I'm out of here power. Another thing I could say is the brakes. The brakes feel incredible. The brakes are more touchy. My brakes went out in the 330 in 20,000 miles. And that's because the 330 rolls down really freely, I would say. Unlike the M340. The M340 is controlled a bit by the engine speed. And this car, you could feel it. You could feel the inline 6 kind of slowing the car down as it revs down. You know, kind of like when you're driving a manual. And when it engages in gears, the gears also feel very engaged. It's a bigger gear. You could definitely tell. The teeth are bigger. You can imagine the teeth engaging versus the 330s. But another reason why my 330 brakes went out is possibly because I think the brakes are tiny and the car is ultra confident. The 330 deserves more brakes because I think a real BMW starts with the 3 Series. Out of all the models, a real BMW starts with the 3 Series. The SUVs, I'm still ignoring them for now. They're remarkable, they're incredible, but they're all chasing what this guy can do. That's my point. Anything else? Let me know what questions I can answer. I know a lot about these, and yeah, thank you for watching.